Sziasztok, ez az i.BL.
Sziasztok, még mindig. Úgy vagyok, készítettem péntek 13 van, amikor ezt felveszem most kivételesen. Ezt a Jade Empire most látod, hogy 18 10 perc óta 14-es szinten játszok vele. A fejlesztőkben jó sejemre alkába, és a hercegnek dumáltak. Remélem most nem lesz olyan baki, mint az előbbi részébe. Valaki kicsit lemaradt a korábbi résznél, hogy nem mindegy. Na. Érdekes megfogalmazás.
Kop awuka inir, o afawapi, ithatoro toro uk.
Van, csó meghal, de mindegy.
Wuwuwir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut. Kop awuka inir, o afawapi, ithatoro toro uk. Arir uk yorir. Kop awuka inir, o afawapi, ithatoro toro uk. Nara ir uk napir sonkut, usat tir tatasir ujú.
Hát nem az akupunktúrával, tűzszurkálással foglalkozó.
Pir koinir biki no. Ujoir, naurir kunork nuko uk, kin piir ukir ifuir wo.
Gyorsan leoldott.
Kop awuka inir, o afawapi, ithatoro toro uk.
Ja. Neked van valami hozzá fűzni valahogy.
Come to kick this tired old dog? Careful, girl. I might have rolled over once, but you let your guard down and you're mine. Don't think I'm going to forget that you were the one to take my division from me. You're even and level-headed, which means you won't watch your back. You'll never last. Do you actually need anything, or are you just there to flap your gums? Ask me? Why ever would the vaunted Silver Division champion speak to one of his inferiors? No, I'll not sit here and listen to your taunts, and I certainly don't feel like talking about this place, or my past, or whatever fool thing you want. Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There's some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools. Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world, just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings. Like I care. It's in my nature to rail against simpering fools, and by being true to the discord I cause, I'm made that much stronger. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. If you want that, go bother the scholars or one of those saps
Marad és
in
elnézik,
school on the hill.
hogy mellékküldetés szempontjából ott lesz a fekete leopárd.
Ask me? Why ever would the vaunted Silver Division
Nem is előbb
speak
is
to one
mondtad.
of his inferiors? No, I'll not sit. Why are you wasting?
Jó.
Forget it, lady. I stick with male clients, and right now I'm on Judge Fang's payroll. He doesn't like me branching out to make money on the side.
Már megint egy kórtizem.
Unless you're into something
Vagyis
twisted,
egy kórba.
then he might want to watch.
Postékkének, hogy
Fang's always
szeretik.
looking for some new perversion to make his little soldiers stand at attention. My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. Filthy, nasty things. But at least that sick bastard pays well.
De Fengtelen azt hiszem talán a másik szám az inkvizitoros hülyeségből lesz.
I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars, emotional and physical. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange and disturbing things behind locked doors. But nothing like this. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all sorts of things, and he's no stranger to pain. I know that all too well. I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. He's not just going to let me go. He's got the wealth and power to find me wherever I run.
Talán fel sikerül
I'm
megmenteni
stuck
őt
with Judge
is,
Fang until he's tired of me.
ha ügyesen
I've come to
forgatjuk a
accept that.
kártyáinkat.
It's a hard, grim fact, but at least he pays well. Get rid of him? What do you mean? Remove him from office, or something
Nem a
else?
gyilkolásról van szó.
Really? I was hoping you wanted to kill him. The world would be a better place with that disgusting pig dead and buried. But as much as I want to see his bloated corpse floating in the gutter, Fang is a dangerous man, and he keeps my pockets lined with silver. I hope Fang gets what he deserves, but you'll have to do it without my help.
Most megérzés, elbővülés, félemlítsük meg, fizessük le, vagy passzoljuk a dolgot.
No.
Oh.
Even if I was willing to give up all that silver, if Fang finds out, he'll make sure I spend the rest of my days begging for death. It's not worth the risk.
Akkor lefizetünk.
Wow. That is a lot of silver.
Nem tudom, mennyi
I'd love
pénzem
to
van
get out from
egyébként,
under
de...
Fang's boot heel. I'll help you. You wanted Fang dead, right?
The Inquisitors prefer subtle solutions. Murdering a chief minister doesn't quite fall into that category.
Tudom én is.
It'd be easier to kill him. Fang's reputation is already as dirty as it can get. As long as it doesn't get in the way of his job, everybody just turns a blind eye. Well, every document Judge Fang approves has to be stamped with his imperial ring. Losing the ring is a major offense.
Mhm.
And if it was revealed he lost the ring during one of his sexual escapades, even Fang wouldn't want that to come out.
What are you doing here, Breezes? You know I don't like it when people see us together in public.
Don't be mad, my mighty and manly Fang. I was just hoping we could go upstairs for a bit. I've got a treat for you. Here's a hint. They're silk.
I'm surprised you're so eager after last night. I'm glad to see you're finally becoming more receptive to my special needs.
Különleges igények, érdekes megfogalmazás. Gondoljunk bárki mellett. És a 18-as karikát
Well
tegyünk.
done, Breezes. If a little tame for my tastes. I think tonight you should wear the blindfold. I have some interesting surprises in store for you.
I can hardly wait. Oh, great and virile Fang.
Megvan a gyűrű ezek szerint.
Here's the ring. Fang will do anything to keep people from finding out he lost it to a whore, even if it means resigning his post. Show the ring to his guards and they'll let you through. I better disappear for a while, but make sure you tell him where you got it. He'll be sorry he ever touched me. Nem, ez az Inquisitor, azt hiszem, a szégyen sengre, vagy old meg sengét, vagy szégyenítse meg Fangot. Találkoztál átszerelő nevű Kóti Zánnal, aki Fang alkalmazásával segítségével megszerkesztett Fang bírói pecsétgyűrűjét. Ennek egyben irodájának pecsétjét. Ez az új eszköz a kezébe. Annak érdekében megadás Seng jelentésének célbérését. Ja.
This is some of the lightest duty in the Empire.
Jó, de nem nagyon akarsz cseverészni.
That last one was a win for you, was it? Why do you insist on ruining me? How much silver must I pour upon your opponents before one of them wins at the right time?
Mindig erre nem fogadsz. Majd elhoztad akkor.
Unless I've got a sure feeling, I always go with rolling high.
Thank you.
They say you're in good with the guild. You're allowed into the back rooms where Sweet Poison Lynn runs her shop, aren't you?
Nem voltam ott, igen.
I have a favor to ask of you when you have a moment. My name's Gambler Daushan, by the way.
Mint akar egy hazád erre csajtó.
I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back. A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure. I know you're allowed to go freely into the back room past Kui's office. Would you carry a message to someone in there for me? There's a merchant in the back named Sweet Poison Lin. She has connections with the guild, the real authorities in this place. I want to expand my operation, but without the guild's approval and protection, I can only take very small bets. If I made any larger transactions, they'd be quite upset. I spoke to some of the lesser guild members, and there's a set fee that must be paid to Sweet Poison Lin. It took me some time to save up the silver, but I have the fee. I just can't get back there to talk to Lin and pay her directly. If you could go in there and pay her on my behalf, I'd happily repay you.
Magyarán mondva.
I'll bet your game with higher bets, of course. I'm sorry I can't offer you more, but you must admit this is a small favor. I would never do that. I'd be shut down or worse in a heartbeat. And there's too many people who'd happily report the infraction to Sweet Poison Lin. The guild rewards those who can prove that people in my position aren't playing by their rules. My thanks. I'm sure Sweet Poison Lin knows about my interest. I've been angling this deal for a while. You should run back there now. The sooner you go, the sooner we can up the antes.
Mellékküldetés. Azzal a játékos kegye. Fizes ki azzal a játékos dosén tartozását. Azzal a játékos dosén, a birodalmi aréna tavernájának közös helyiségében játszik, nem tudja kifizetni az 500 ezüstnyi tartozását a cég képviselőjének, akit édesméregének hívnak. Ha a tartozás kifizetik, akkor nagyobb tétekben is játszott majd a férfi. De nem törik meg feladatnak.
I was right there watching. I knew Soldier was losing his edge. He couldn't stay Silver Division champion forever.
Csak ennyit mondta, azt hittem valami többre, hogy... Te vagy a keresett célpont.
What do you need from me? Dao Shen? He has angled for a long time for our permission to run a larger game. He's honest to a fault, but he still pulls in a fair bit of cash. I was wondering if he'd be resourceful enough. One of my associates has already told him of the cost involved. Are you here to deliver his payment?
Hogy tudod, miről van szó?
His payment? Good. Give it to me, and I'll send someone to go discuss the new terms of his operation. Now, back to our business, yes? Magical enhancements and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
A csomó stílus közül úgyis mindet használom. Az ezervágás. Hát az egyik alapkarakternek, kettőnek kell, azt hiszem a Furious Mingnek, meg a valami után a pirosulás. Milyen neve azok használják, de ez csak ilyen kézzel valós alapállás. Azt mondja, tér vissza a Doshénhez. Az egy játékos Dosén kifizette édesméreg Lint. Ingyen ő beleegyeztetni nem fogja szorosan a férfit. Nem volt valami meg... Van valami mondani való ezek szerint. Meghallgatjuk, mit akarsz.
You must go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress like we agreed. Find the evidence against Death's
Ugyanazt
End, and
van
I will help
mint
you
az
rescue
elég
Master Lee.
korábban.
I'm not sure we have the time. There are too many important matters at stake. We need to make progress before I will feel comfortable spending more time on idle chatter.
Nem nagyon akarod az adatot adni.
We should return to your group before you set out for the Lotus Assassin Fortress. Everyone should be prepared.
Volt, mondom, egy kicsit később megyünk.
Before you say a thing, I had a visit from one of Sweet Poison Lynn's
Mindig
contacts.
gyorsan mennek.
Fantastic news! I can up the bets. Now you can wager 10 or 25 silver on each roll. This is perfect, and I have you to thank. Thank you again for paying the fee from your own silver. Here's your repayment and a little extra for your time.
Kösz.
Now that we can play for larger bets, let's say we set up a game. The rules are simpler to deduce than the motives of a desperate lad memorizing sappy poetry. You make a simple prediction of high or low. Then we roll. I throw first and you throw second. If you wagered high,
Nem szerencsejátékozunk el. És tippel, hogy magas vagy alacsony.
You also win. If we roll the same, the house takes all.
De magasra tippelek, aztán minden el. Ennyi elég mennek.
Thanks again for all your help. Be seeing you around, I hope.
Kaptam egy szuperharcos követ. Melyiket kell kivenni? Nagyharcos, szuperpapír követ. Kiválaszt, igen. Hát nem vette ki. A csíny csökkent, az élőterünk nem lehetett. Nem ez, akit keresünk, Zimbao?
Leave me alone.
Ezek szerint. Nem jó.
I hear the debates are particularly lively in the Scholars' Garden lately.
Rumor has it that the outer provinces are having as much trouble with ghosts as they are with bandits.
I hear you're doing well.
Megint csak
It's
egyszer.
nice to see someone finally dislodge Soldier. That fossil has been championed too long.
Nem tudom, se sokat mondtál.
No woman can resist the alluring gaze of lustful love. I can say good morning and still
Hát ezt ne csábászni.
You know, they say pigs have incredible stamina. Consider that for when you return, because lustful love knows his little pig will come back.
Kis baraszkja vissza. Atya.
Let me know if you need something. I'll be around.
Woyoir apawafau, ir tsunkut toiruk. Nano wo nawaf tata sini here uk uno. Wo tarawe here if we pay here fünni.
Nem vagyok azon, ismerősöm, hogy szeret piálni, de nem.
you could look happier.
I'm grabbing a drink as soon as I get off shift.
Na, te is valahogy megállva. Ja, majd mindenem maximum van. Azt már néztem, igen. Na, itt van a sajemberek a CV-ben. Ez nem biztos, hogy még működik. Két. De csak én kiléptem, most nem mindegy.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins. With the recommendation of the Executioner, the others will welcome you as a recruit. You can slip into the very heart of their lair.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Then what, pray tell, is he?
I don't know, but his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as
De
big
osztogatjátok itt egymást. Na most kinek venni? Adjak igazat.
You don't know what they are capable of.
The matter is settled. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
This is not helping anything. Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. But I'm sure you can please her. You've already gained the recommendation of the Lotus Assassin Executioner.
And after we find the evidence against Death's Hand, you will take us to the palace to find Master Li?
I promise, little Dawnstar. After we get what I want from the Lotus Assassins, the palace is the first place we will go. You have permission, so there won't be any trouble entering. It's only after we have the evidence against Death's Hand that they might notice something is wrong.
It would still be good to get some information first. Sagacious Zoo might know something. We should ask him. Where is he?
Well, you should be more careful of who you trust.
Te se vagy éppen elég biztatóbb.
That is true. I wouldn't trust any of the ragged homeless you have collected. No offense meant to those of you who are actually homeless, Dawnstar. If Sagacious Zoo has gone to warn the Lotus Assassins, you need to move quick. If he's just run off, he is no longer our concern.
Zoo would not turn on us.
The Lotus Assassin Fortress is in the far end of the necropolis. They shouldn't give you any trouble. Just appear confident as you enter. That is your decision. I suppose it doesn't hurt to make certain they trust you, but you should not take too long. Sagacious Zoo's actions are troubling. The Inquisitor will have some task that needs addressing, I'm sure. Scholar Dungao in the Scholar's Garden is the contact.
Azonban túl vagyunk.
Do not hesitate for too long. Sagacious Zoo's sudden flight has made our task somewhat more urgent.
Császár és az öngyilkosok. Lotus öngyilkosok erődje. Sandian hercegnő és Emroka elviszi palotájába, ahol émestért őrzik. De csak azután, amíg tudja, hogy bizonyítsa apjának, hogy a hóér a birodalom árulója. Zajos báj. Nem. Ember. Még mindig itt kiabálsz.
Out of sheer spite, the Scourge flooded ancient ruins, wantingly destroyed. The Scourge associates with a group of river-faring businessmen have been attacked and forced to flee. Nobody is safe.
An arsonist running loose in the city, and I don't have enough men. Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum? I was told that there were some new warriors in town looking for work, though none of them matched your description. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories. Criminals with lucrative bounties on their heads. I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work? These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
Captain Sen is a well-respected man here in the city, but something about him makes my skin crawl. His ambition is well hidden. Perhaps that's all there is to it.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
Kettő között az egyik már tudom.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukon. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis. Creative Yukon has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukon bilked. She's in the Imperial arena. Yukon fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukon is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial arena. You can start there. Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
Mellékküldetés. Kreatív Yukon VRD a beszélni Lady Rentával, találnak Kreatív Yukon. Sen kapitány kérünk utolsóan menekülő szélnál most. Kreatív Yukon kicsalt egy nagy adag ezüstöt Lord Rentavról. És valahol a birodalmi városban, valószínűleg az álmhában. Akkor még érezzük Juliskát. Csak húzom, halasztom.
And she had fellow students kidnapped and tortured just because they didn't agree with her.
Most az emeleten szólom. Mert te nem biztos, hogy... Melyik a Lady Rentval? Nagyon gyorsan, hogy ez vagyok visz. Itt van Lady Rento.
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire. Wait a moment. You're Silver Phoenix. How very nice to meet you. I'm Lady Rento. Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron. Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming. That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor. My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge until he ran something solid enough to slow him. I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new
Szóval
play.
tudósnak adja ki magát.
It's going to be put on soon in the Golden Way, I'm told. Should be exciting to watch.
Az is egy mellékküldetés, az a színdarab.
Yukong was going to try out for a role as a scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should be able to spot him. If you happen to find creative Yukong, do go easy on him, would you? The poor boy did nothing wrong, and my husband is being unusually cruel to him. Good luck with your search. I have to get back to the estate. So much to do.
Szerintem találd meg kreatív Yukont, beszéltél egy rendtával és megtudtad, hogy Yukon nem igazán jó szélmalmos. Ekkért az azt jelenti, hogy szponzorálja színészi karrierjét. A néha azt állítja, hogy tudósok kertjéken bujkál. Jó, akkor járjunk az ügy végére. Megint a hercegnők kimutatott veseljem Rauka. Még karakter többször van felhasználva. Ez már a fekete leopárd, ez egy másik.
Woufna akna iri yakova ni rui kuparfita.
Nincs tőkés fogalmam.
Please, Bear, don't send me in there. I'm scared those things will see me before I can get into the cave. Please, don't make me do it. No! I will go. Please don't hurt my mother. I'll get the artifact for you, I promise.
Itt a templom temetőjéből ki van. Jane did.
The city can be a harsh place for children, but we don't have time to help them all.
Pedig fogunk, ha tetszik honnan.
What do you want? You're working for Purveyor Shuji, aren't you? Please don't tell him I haven't gone yet. I'm going now, even though it will probably get me killed. I'm sorry, I'm just a little upset. I'm Jinlin. Is there something you want? Thanks, but I need to find a way to cast spirits. Purveyor Shuji wants me to fetch an artifact from an emperor's tomb in the necropolis. It's filled with ghosts. The purveyors... He threatened to sell my mom to slave traders if I don't get this artifact. I don't know what to do. I can't fight ghosts. Really? It would be very dangerous. And I don't have anything to give you in return. Are you sure you want to do this? Thank you. You are very kind. My father would have liked it. He was brave like you are. tomb is over in the necropolis. The door is locked, but I can sneak inside and open it. I just have to be careful not to alert the ghosts. If you really think you can get rid of the ghosts, I'll head over to the tomb and wait for you there. Sure. What do you want to know? My father worked for Purveyor Shuji until he died. He left last week to retrieve the same artifact for the Purveyor. The ghosts must have killed him. When my father disappeared, he had some of the Purveyor's equipment. Now Purveyor Shuji says we must repay him. My mother works for him, but I don't know where he's taken her, and I have to sneak around ghosts and other beasts to fetch the Purveyor's trinkets and baubles. I only know what Shuji told me, and that's not much. He called it a pestle and mortar. It's a bowl and a mixer, I think. He said I have to
Jobb keverni, muzsának töré hozzá.
I don't know if you use it to make something, or if the recipe is in the bowl already. Anyway, the Purveyor is very interested in it. I've never seen him so anxious. Purveyor doesn't do that kind of work. He likes to get other people to do it for him. Besides, the tomb is locked from the inside, but there's a small opening. He says I'm small enough to fit through the crack in the wall. I don't mind that as much as the ghosts. The tomb is filled with them. Once I'm in, I'll just be killed. Great! I'll wait by the steps of the Emperor's tomb. I'm sure you'll find it easily enough. See you soon, I hope.
Találkozó Jane sírnál. Egy Jane nevű fiatallány megkért, hogy tisztítsd meg a császár sírját, aztán megtér csak akkor tud lemenni, ha már nem leselkedik rá veszély.
Oh goodness, I do hope that the play goes as planned. Just remember to breathe and push from the stomach up, yes? Now, hurry to the pagoda overlooking the district. Just follow the road and look for the crowd. Oh, I'm so nervous.
Idejükbe kell fordulni. Biztonságminiszter.
Excuse me, you're in my way, and I'm trying to keep an eye out for our replacement actor.
Bele se olvastam a darabból.
You? You're the replacement? By the starry river, that is the best makeup job I've ever seen. We'll barely have to touch you up to play Lady 14 Flowers.
Félig 14 virágot.
And let me just say, your costume makes everything look very, authentic. Yes, well, good job. Did they give you a copy of the script when they sent you over here? Let me see that. No! This is all wrong. They sent you with the old script. Bloody Actors Guild is staffing itself with water buffaloes, I tell you. Here, have it back.
Háttérben egy kis gyerek is mozog meg az Juliska.
So even if you're familiar with the old version, read it again for the changes before you head on stage. Well, a southern noble funded the location and travel for us, but wanted to make a few tweaks. We couldn't afford to miss the exposure. Our writer wasn't that happy, but we accepted the revisions, and here we are. I'm sure your Actors Guild told you that we have standard rates. We'll happily pay you the going rate for a lead, especially since this is short notice. Ruin your scene and you get nothing, just like normal. Understand? Just get at least half the lines correct and the crowd will figure out what's happening. Any less than that, and it becomes one of those obscure plays no one likes. Now, read that script over. Come talk to me when you've got it, and we'll get you into final costume and onto the stage.
Mégis ez halványuló. Egy másik mellé. Színművészet kezdeknek jelezt. Vejnek, hogy készen állsz a kezedben, tart az ered és az AT 14 világ szerepét. Még nézheted, mielőtt előadnád. Éles kórus eredet. Azt mondja, jelenetet forgatókönyvben, melyben 14 virág asszonyt alakított. A darab ezen verzión karaktered elmagyarázza a járda bűnöntől teszkélés egy kazélet végén, mert formáist ilyen hallgatottan menjek szavára, és a történelmi ezt a történelmi elmélet legalább kétszer elhangzik. És a tudósok által elforrott elmélet is tartalmazza, mely szerint a birodalom északját ellen egy hullós irak jelölte ki a színház menet. Ott mellett lesz egy könyv, egy tekercs, ezeket megtekintve jobban általában nézzen a szerepelőt. A jelenetet forgatókönyvben 14 virágasszonyt alakított éles kórus színben zenévezik. Későbben is az eredetet az úgy kösök két helyen is virágőröknek nevezed a színpad, mellett lesz egy könyv is, tekercs, ezeket megtekintve. Ezt tett. Gondoltad. Még csak másoltam meg egyik. Amin az első három az közül a lobogó színéről szóló kérdésre ezek szerint azt mondod fehér. Lehet, hogy jegyzetelni kéne. Második sor, két verzió. Válasz egy napszakra való. Éresnél az, hogy a mennyegbőrűzni érkező alkonyatkor. Egy gyorsan közeli átétel. Igen. Igen. Azért igen, menjek, lenyolnak császári. Lehet itt nem mellékes. 5. sor. Ilyes fordult a császár. De zsebben már megjegyeztem, nem mindenki ready.
Have you read the script? Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet? That's the spirit! Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Lady 14, yeah.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
Remek.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south, all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves, and lo, to the west, he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls.
No,
but what word from the wastes of the Horse Lord?
No.
Aha! What is this? Why, 'tis Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
Nem.
Peace in the north? Could this be? Have all the Horse Lords been subjugated so easily? Heaven smiles upon the Empire today. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire. We have had word that the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most gracious lady, when was this momentous decision reached?
Az melyik is volt vajon? Ja, ő jött el, hogy az égek. Abszolút az alkonyat volt benne. Hát leskerevről áttérve.
Interestingly, Lady 14 Flowers, why do I sense there is more to this story? But surely the might of the Jade Empire is unquestionable, and our will to victory unswayed. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
Hú! Ja, most vagyunk bukóban, nem tudom mi volt. A harmadik. Lesz az első.
How fascinating. I was given to understand that the Horse Lord's lands were mostly plains, but there can be trees among the plains, I suppose.
Talán a nyerék megbajja.
There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. with such a chill in the air? Was this some time ago?
Ez a átét verzió. Nem ez ott benne. És találgasak még voltól.
My lady, I sense that there is more to your story than I have believed.
Kettő
Perhaps my own perceptions blind me. It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady. When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great emperor turned to? The heavens had turned to him? These words, are they riddles? Wait, what word is this from the front? The Emperor sends word of his return. The Horse Lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the Empire, dear lady? A celestial event, most auspicious. And so, our most noble emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the Horse Lords and stretch the empire to the ends of the earth, but we stopped. For now, even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. The informant will suffer for a lifetime.
You there, Lady 14 Flowers. That was pretty solid. It's too bad you couldn't hit it perfectly, but it will do.
You continue to surprise me. I wouldn't have thought you the aspiring actor.
Our sponsor may not be happy with the version you read, but I've always preferred the old version of the play anyway. I guess Incisive Chorus put you up to this, because I know I gave you the new script to study. Good for him. I believe I owe you an actress fee. Enjoy. I'm glad you were here to fill in. We would have sunk faster than a bottomless boat without a solid Lady 14 Flowers on hand. You guild actors are all the same. Never happy. Oh well, your loss. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have things I must attend to.
Kaptunk egy ezrest. És egy mellékküldetés megint kipipálva. Vagy nem. Visszatérés érés kórushoz, a rendező nem túl boldog. A tudósok imettek a erőteljes alakításulat 14 ötösfél szerepében. Még beszélni kell velem. Na. Egy block fence.
Had your moment, did you? I never attend my own plays. No, much too nerve-wracking. Someone goes for me. She is very kind to do that. I heard how it went. Fantastic! The scholars loved it. One's already asked for a copy of the manuscript. I'm sure there will be more. Perhaps as many as 3. Here, I promised you this, and you should have it. Yes, that's it. Enjoy, and thank you so much. Oh, so much to do. So many, copies to make. Yes! Ha!
Igen, meg az írógép nem volt. Kaptunk 2000, még két is felett. Zsákmányoltunk. Hát még belefér. A másik színészt is elkapjuk.
Focusing one's thoughts requires balance. Living without balance weakens the mind.
I hope you're not here to pester me. I'm a very busy, important, and educated man, you know. All manner of studies. The history of dramatic systems, applied theology, and, celestial integration. All of these are vital pursuits of knowledge. Not that you would understand such lofty matters. Well, you see, drama can be broken down into several systems, and I study the history of those systems over time, how they've changed, and that sort of thing. Oh, it's all very complex, and I really don't feel like describing it to you at any length. That's how you know I'm a scholar, you see. An unwillingness to share all the information I have. Too large a subject for your mind to comprehend, I'm sure. A shame. My studies are very important to me. I am a scholar, after all. Suspicious? Oh, heavens no. Everyone here is extremely legitimate and completely normal. Yes, indeed. General questions? Who has time for such mundane subjects? Go ask one of the scholars. One of the other scholars, that is. Of course not. I'm... Ah, drat. This isn't working at all. How did you know? you're here to hunt me down then. Lord Rento has it in for me, and I figured it would come to this. I don't suppose running would do me any good. I was unjustly accused. I simply petitioned Lady Rento for some silver to support me as an actor. Patronage, it's called. She agreed, but her husband flew into a rage when he found out, and now I have a death sentence on my head. It's not fair. And if you were a decent person, you'd help me get out of this city instead of taking me in. It's the only way I'll get clear of Lord Rento's wrath. You need more proof than my pathetic attempt to pose as a scholar? How about the fact that Lord Rento was out of town when I built him? Not that anyone but Lady Rento will confirm that for you. Still, it should be apparent that I'm not some great confidence man. We should go see Captain Sen right away if you're sure. Is now a fair time to go down to the gate to get me out of here? The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away, but you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine. I can't imagine what might go wrong.
Citizen, I hear there's progress in the search for a scholar ran out of the scholar's garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news. How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What's the man doing? Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say? Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary. I can't see how Yukon slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man, if you take my meaning. Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukon's bounty a dead matter. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens?
Nyitotta egy éres akcióautóbáta.
I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony and causing countless deaths. The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them? I would like to advance, but I'm not angling. I simply accept that the Lotus Assassins are the true power in the Empire, and I support them. Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention. A good name, is it not? Drives fear into the commoners. Yes, that miscreant will be turned in soon enough. And pity the scourge that shows up in my city. Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
If you think you've seen this person, you must report it to the authorities at once. It is your duty.
I've heard about your exploits in the arena. Very impressive for a first-timer.
I had an uncle who won the silver round, and he was a great fighter.
I've heard rumors of a young hero making quite a stir in Tian's Landing.
Why would the governor want to accuse you of doing this, Song Tao? Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear. Lately, I've just been so frustrated. I am Prefect Jitang. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice. So, you'll help me? That's wonderful. All I need really is proof. Proof that Ling is indeed involved with the slave traders. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Song Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead. Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us. I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself. Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared. Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required. I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling. I know if I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere. But you could speak to him without raising suspicion. I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. You're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do. Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
Do we have time to deal with this? I didn't agree to join you so we could solve everyone else's problems.
Nem tetszik, hogy milyen küldetéseket oldok meg rabszolgakereskedők. Beszélj i.BL-val. Nyitom prefektus, két embert őrizni a rabszolgakereskedők között. A prefektus szerint i.BL-nak is köze van az illegális tevékenységhez. A Börön szívé nevű tavernában megtaláld őt. Kocsmázik mindig. Te vagy kereskedőink. Még szomtó.
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet you still want to risk yourself needlessly. No more than you've heard for yourself, I'm sure. They are a myth, a rumor, really. Nobody has ever seen them, and nobody has any proof they exist. And yet, there is still a belief that they exist. Madmen terrorizing the poor and abducting the helpless. It all seems very superstitious.
Mm-hmm.
Abducting a person isn't like picking someone's pocket, you know. There would be evidence, signs of a struggle. But people will believe what they want to. Of course, do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
So you think you can free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble. Nothing. I've heard rumors in the past few months. The residents in the poor areas were getting worried, though I never knew anyone who disappeared. One of the girls I helped out in the poor area said her uncle had disappeared, but I never met him. She was devastated, of course, and she blamed the slavers. But it was all just speculation. No one had ever seen anyone being abducted. There wasn't even evidence of struggles or violence. I don't know what else to tell you. I understand. If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
Letöltés, visszamentés. Most már én na, mint szokott, meg most is hozzáfűzik egy kis hozzáfűzni valamit a videóhoz, miután még előtt elkényítem a rendelés című procedúrát. A hiány hamarosan pótolva lesz egy órán belül, minden igaz, mert YouTube-on. Mármint a feltöltésre, amire úgy mondod, hogy egy pot két videót egész, nem nagyon?
But I'm sure you can appease her. You've already gained the recommendation of the Lotus Assassin Executioner.